Salvete, amici Latine, or hello, friends of Latin. I hope you are having a good week. Today we're going to be studying Chapter 9 vocab, or Chapter 9 lesson. Our vocabulary for Chapter 9 is fatum-I fate, forum-I public square, oppidum-I town, periculum-I danger, frumentum-I grain, premium-I reward, astrum-I star, beneficium-I benefit gift, gaudium-I joy, colum-I neck. At the bottom we have hortus-I garden, lupus-I wolf, socius-I ally associatus, Aquarius-I water carrier, demonstre, demonstravi, demonstratum. I point out, to point out, I pointed out, pointed out. Demonstro comes immediately, is a word that is reflected in English as demonstrate. It's a very similar spelling. It's a very similar meaning. It's a derivative here, but I love it because it's a very applicable noun. You can have a demonstrative noun or a verb, and then you can also have to demonstrate. So our chant for the week would be I o a orum is os is a is. That would be I o. And I think there's another chant I can teach you, and I will send that link to you as well for I o. This would be second declension neuter endings. All of these endings are on a little chart I gave the fourth grade students, which you can ask your child to study along with their vocabulary words for the week to review, because we are getting to the end of our unit, and anything that will help hopefully will to self-study for the unit exam. We're going to go over linking verbs this week. Linking verbs are the to be verbs. So I am, you are, he, she, it is, or just am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. That's what we're going over. For now, we're just going over am, is, are, which is the present tense of those verbs. We have gone over this in class quite a lot. Linking verbs are something that we will see in every year from now on. Something that we learned last year as well, the sum es est, sumus esti sunt verbs. But here in this lesson, we are learning how to recognize a subject, noun, a linking verb, and the predicate nominative or the predicate adjective. For example, Rex is king. King would be a predicate nominative because it is a noun, not a description word. It is a noun. So Rex is king. That would be a predicate nominative. King would be a predicate nominative. And it always comes with a linking verb. Rex is good. Good would be a predicate adjective, which means that it's describing Rex. Rex is good. Good would be that predicate adjectives. In Latin, both of those words would be rex est. Rex. Rex means king in Latin, or rex est bonus. Other things to keep in mind here would be gender. If Rex is a man, the adjective or the noun needs to be, the endings need to be in the second declension masculine, which we'll go over soon. So if you wanted to say Rex is a gift, you would say rex est since it's a, you would say donum there because it's a neuter. But if it's an adjective, you're describing him as a gift, you would switch to that masculine. So rex est donus. But donum or gift usually is just a noun. So you would stick with the original gender, which is neuter for donum. So if your child is confused about what to do, I would recommend that they read 63 and 64, which we will read in class too. It goes over examples of what a predicate nominative is, but we have done this quite a lot in class. I've prepared them for this lesson quite a lot. Now, keep in mind, there's also your worksheet on page 65. This would be, translation A is turning singular words into plural words. So we have beneficium, and you're changing that into plural. Since it is neuter, you're changing it from the um ending, going to the right to the plural column, and changing it to that a. You cannot switch cases here. It needs to stay in the same case, or case means like nominative, genitive, and etc. You need to stay in the same case. They throw in some second declension masculine words like lupus, changing it to the plural lupi. All right. And then we go over our chant, which is located on the vocabulary page at the beginning of your lesson. You need to write it down exactly. The grammar questions answers are located on page 63 and 64. And the derivatives are actually located on page 66, the page after. There's a big box there with derivatives. And then that is it for this lesson. If you have any questions, please message me. If not, thank you so much. Goodbye.